start with the planning, why you want the page, what you're going to do with the page, and look for long term. It's social media, like any kind of marketing, it is a long term thing.
Okay, so the first one is very much kind of researching why you want the page and what its objective.
Yeah, you want to look at who you're going for, who your customers are, and what kind of message you're going to be putting across. Go for the long term and don't just sell. Be social.
Good. So don't just sell. Be social. I like that. I'm taking a few notes. I think it's great stuff. So that's your first tip. So very much kind of doing your market research, find out who you're targeting, why you want to use Facebook, what's its objective, and don't just sell, but be social. Great.
Yeah.
Next one. What's your next nugget?
Engage.
Okay.
Look at Captain Picard. Famous line, Star Trek Next Generation, engage. That's what you want to do on Facebook. You want to engage with your audience. You want to be building up your fans, building up the people who like your page, and have a conversation with them. You wouldn't start a conversation, walk out the door. Don't do the same on Facebook. Don't just post and leave it. Talk to the people. Build up a conversation.
Now, before you get to that point of engagement, you've obviously got to have people that, are following and like your page.
You do, yeah, that always helps.
Yeah, so can you share a few kind of like nuggets which, may be outside of just
outside of the normal?
Yes.
You want
common sense stuff.
Yeah. You've obviously got the advertising choice. You can advertise on Facebook and do it really cheaply. Invite your friends, family. If you've got a business, look at your staff, your colleagues. Ask them to invite, ask them to promote the page, and then put interesting articles up on the page that people want to share.
Okay, good. So, in terms of the advertising, now I've never personally advertised, and I don't know whether that's just because of a lack of knowledge or just kind of because the thing is, like, you throw in money at something, and sometimes if you don't know the results, people are a little bit reluctant.
Yeah, which is understandable. Again, you're looking at your planning. Why do you want to advertise? What are you doing? You get people who just go, right, let's promote my page, let's boost a post. They don't know why they're doing it, they're just doing it. Facebook gives them the option. Are you looking, eventually, you want people to your website, your mailing list, in through your doors, spending money with you if you're a business. So look at, with your planning, look at your advertising and plan it around that. Look at why you're doing it and work out from there. And Facebook advertising can be really cheap and effective.
Yeah, we'll pick up. I think I'll carry on that conversation with you, Clive. Just going to break away and focus on the business roundup for today. It's brought to us by Claire Muse, who has today's National Roundup.
Plus life, plus music, plus community on 101.5. This is Radio Plus.
Currency trading.
Now it's your National Roundup brought to us by Claire Muse. Great to see a reduction in fuel costs. I wonder how long it'll last, but I definitely noticed it actually a few weeks ago at Tesco's. I noticed they'd reduced the prices. Now, Clive, we've been talking to Clive Jones from Gold Star Media. Now, Clive, you're talking about how cheaply and effectively advertising is on Facebook. How cheaply are we talking? And kind of, if you can kind of give me like a bit of a case study or, share, a client that you've worked with in terms of how simple it was and sort of the returns that they got.
Cost-wise, it depends how much you want to spend. Look at your marketing budget. You could advertise from a £5.
What, a day or?
For the lifetime of the campaign. You could do it for a day. So you've got the options. You can set the lifetime, the duration. So you could set it for a week.
What would a £5 get you, Clive?
Depends what you're looking for. If you can, with Facebook, as you know, as any Facebook user knows, they want to know everything about you, what films you like, where you've been, all these kind of things, all your sordid secrets. They use that information for advertising. So it means that you can target your advert at specific people, their age, their religion, where they live, any of these kind of things. You can target it. And so depending on how much you're targeting is how big an audience you're going to be aiming for.
Yeah, because I mean the thing on Twitter is you get all these kind of like robots that basically like they say, you know, if you want 5,000 followers, you know, for X amount of money. For me, I ignore them, and occasionally if I'm really feeling like I need to confront, you know, I'll just say to them, actually, I don't want more followers, I want more engagers. In terms of like spending money on Facebook, are you going to be getting people that actually are likely to end up with a potential business, or is it going to be people you're going to be drawing in that are just purely there for the numbers?
You hit the nail on the head there, Mark, with what you said about Twitter, about you want the engagers. It's exactly the same with Facebook. You can go to websites, links on Facebook that will say, spend X amount of money, buy 5,000 fans, 2,000 fans, 1,000 fans. Anybody listening, don't do it. Excuse me. You get people who will set up and they will sell Facebook fans. Now what they are, they're fake profiles in a lot of the cases, and they will like your page will look fantastic, you've got lots of people liking it, they will not engage. It's the same with the radio station. You can have a lot of houses with radios on, but if there's nobody actually listening, you're not going to get to anybody. So if you see somebody approaching you saying, spend X amount of money, buy 1,000 fans from us, please do not do it. You want real engaging people. If you target your ad at your specific demographic that you want, there is a very good chance, if you know your ideal customer, and that comes down to your marketing plan.
Yeah, so certainly you need to watch out for that. And we're going to drill in deeper a little bit to some of your tips. We've got a song by you two next. It's called Pride. And we'll have another our new travel update as well. But Clive, really look forward to drilling deeper into some of your knowledge of Facebook and how we can really utilise it for our own business game.